Good morning. Today it is September 17th, and we are going to talk about the happenings of the market and my thoughts of via TA and some news. So currently we have tariffs. So read the headlines. Trump has decided to impose tariffs on 200 billion in Chinese goods in escalation of trade battle. He's wanting to do this starting today. Trump has ordered aides to set the tariffs at 10%, which is likely to lead to higher prices for American consumers. We again will have to pay for the trade war. But hey, he's trying to make sure they do right and we do right and we get that best for the Americans and best for them, right? But yeah, we on the tariffs, and we also 2 weeks ago he said he was preparing a third package of penalties. That would be 267 billion additional tariffs. So he's on one right now. Markets do not like fear, uncertainty, and doubt. We call that FUD, guys. So currently we're looking at the triple Q. And just a heads up with the triple Q, the ETF, there's actually a more put volume instead of call all volume on the options. And for the options traders, that just means that the market sentiment is currently more bearish than bullish, meaning more people are betting that the prices are going to go down than up. This is not a good indicator. It's literally additional information because your technical analysis and your hunch is far better than the market sentiment. But you have to be woke enough to say that, wow, I see people that have more put volume. There's more believers. There's more insiders. There's more technical analysis analysts. Because when you're an options trader, most of them are in the elite class. Most people don't know what options are. So as far as when you see more people on the call or put side, they are probably right because they don't want to lose their money as well, and they might be in the game for quite some time. So currently we are back in the ascending channel, but we are at a price of 183.58. So that might be right. Yeah, that's right below. And again, we've known that that's not bearish yet. We have to, on a price update, go at least, since today is right here, for us to, be very fearful of all this happening, we'd have to hit a price of at least 180. 180 would be that at that price, you'd be like, Donald Trump really did something and he started a sell off. But if we don't see $180, and as I learned through the readings that I've been doing, you have to be 2 to 3% outside of a range that you're looking at to confirm the bullish move, to confirm the bearish move. If you want to confirm something, you can still enter in. You can enter a short as soon as this breaks the channel, but you will have been extremely upset because it never bottomed further. It just was a tight niche to the bottom trend line. So if you are wanting to be bearish and are fearful, you still have to wait until $180 to hit on the triple Q to be somewhat scared. We still are above the 20-day EMA. RSI on a very slight decline. In that MACD is still wanting to cross as a buy signal. And that would, again, cause another little rally here and there. So, yeah, no concerns here. Lately, the tariff talks have been just kind of, they say it and forget it. Like, it's been multiple times throughout this summer that it's been talked about, and we've just kind of pushed forward. We still want to make money, guys. It's clear. The pre-market price is 183.51. However, I do not go by the pre-market price. We've got the Dow next. The Dow didn't have that bad of call to put a volume, but it was that SPY that had that bad more put volume than calls. So currently we have a doji, and doji usually means it's could be too big to be a doji, but a doji usually means reversal, or it's too weak of a day to confirm what's going to happen for the next day, like what trend it's going to follow. Currently pre-market price at 261.74. We are close to being overbought, 67, and this index does not like to be overbought. Anytime it peaks out, you get a little correction. I mean, when I say little, I mean little, guys. Don't be fearful when we get those red days. Just time to load up more. Seriously. Like when I say a correction, 1%, guys. 1%. So just a dip day. Again, this one was a little bit more drastic. At the very lowest, you could have got, some stock for about 2.5% lower, 2% lower. So yeah, if you just continue to go use this price range tool on TradingView, you're able to just kind of go through different ranges of days to see those percentages. And then it's a good indicator of what's that next drop or that next push up going to be like. Currently, that RSI is really close to being overbought. I'm a fearful bull. I don't want to enter in at the top. I like to react first and get it in when that RSI kind of gets at 60. It can be in a tight window from 60 to 70 and then just kind of go back and forth. This is a good trading range. You guys just be patient in this market. You're not missing out on anything. It's not going to go up to 200. I mean, the 300, at least this one, in a matter of days. Just be patient. Get your entry, your good entry, and have faith. But again, guys, let's definitely have our stop losses there. This market is unpredictable. You just don't know what's going to happen next. That MACD looks like it wants to cross up. That RSI is kind of plateauing. Just be patient. I say Wednesday is the perfect time to just kind of see, because I believe three is the perfect signification of a pattern. And if we have today a sell-off, Tuesday a sell-off, Wednesday a sell-off, we can assess that this is hard times coming. But if we don't see strong sell-off days, if we don't see continuous sell-off day after day, I think this market continues to want to make money, to continue to squeeze shorts on almost every stock. It's going up and away. We're out of this rising wedge, but I need to draw the line a little bit longer. And honestly, I can readjust to be bullish. You can readjust your lines to confirm you want to be bullish or bearish. We do have some popping off of this trend line, so I'm going to say that this is it. This is the real rising wedge, and we are still in that rising wedge. Lastly, we have the SPY. SPY, we were above. We broke out above for the 5th time out of this ascending channel. Do we want to continue to make this a weaker resistance and just make it a support level? Or are we being hard-headed and not staying within that range like we're supposed to? You can see that moving average has leaned away from this bottom ascending trend line and has now been a magnet to this top trend line. That's the 20 EMA. It's all up to you and your perspective, but I do see that this is being a stubborn stock and needs to stay within the realm of the ascending channel because it's been rejected every time. However, this is the 5th time doing it. This is the 5th time. There may be a new trend line that needs to be drawn to get better results since this is so wide. However, you do have the opportunity to have such a strong ascending trend line be the best way to say that we're bullish or bearish. With a break down below this, that would confirm bearish news. But currently, we are up and away. Pre-market price can really just kind of get people's hopes up and then squash people's dreams as soon as it opens, because there are morning flushes. I don't know if you all have seen Apple recently, but Apple will come out, market open, pump up, flop down like crazy. So just be careful of that pre-market price and don't live on that hopium. Currently, we have that RSI at 65. Again, this is like the previous ETFs, and it doesn't like to peak out of that overbought section. It just has to continue to be in that range of about 55 on this one. 55 to 70 is a good range to be in, and then just kind of bounce back and forth, just for good, easy trading. Again, I do want to convert after playing with these individual stocks to just see how these are doing as far as these bigger indexes, as far as the SPY, QQQ, and then the DIA. Because if you have simple fundamental trading, you'll be better off. You'll be so much better off. The MACD is looking like it wants to cross as a buy signal if we do have a green day. If we don't have a green day, the signal will bow away and have a stronger negative histogram value. Let's talk about, let's see, NIO. NIO. We're making lots of money on NIO, right, guys? Man, when I say this might be the worst pump and dump I've ever seen in my life. In my life, guys. Okay, so I've watched the China Hustle. Thanks for the person in the group chat that has helped me get that third eye open. This stock market, this stock stuff can be a huge finesse. It can be people grabbing your money, grabbing your retirement funds, and running off and enjoying their life. Vacations, boats, private planes. They could really run off with your money, guys. So the China Hustle, just a summary, is just the exposure of how companies through, I think, the 2006-2012 range, about 400 U.S. companies came into America. But you can do that by going through a reverse merger. A current company already in America not doing anything. They then take that company's name, take their place in the stock market, and they've now appeared out of nowhere into the stock market. You've had people, just horror stories, like I am so sad for them. People have bought shares at $9 of certain companies and sold for 12 cents. That money is not coming back. They are retired folk. Unless people donate in the GoFundMe, they better be on the ramen for the rest of their life. This is real life. Like real life, real finessing. And we really can't do anything because, we can't go and arrest them in China, because that's just not how the legal matters work. We're advocating for a push to get these people out of here, but it just was really hard to get them to understand. But this is a Chinese company, they might have known, like QTT as well, that there were going to be tariffs very soon. How are you going to come out an IPO out of nowhere? Companies' financials. Let's look at these company financials. And this is not new. This is the same as Tesla. Tesla has bad financials as well. No, I can't find it. Let's see. NIO, NASDAQ, IPO. Yeah, guys. So the revenue on NIO, $7 million. Net income, negative $500 million. I mean, the total assets, that's a good amount. I'm not sure on the stockholders' equity what that means, but right now, after watching the China Hustle, I hope everyone gets to watch that. They would have reports that were true to the China government, but whenever they could come over to America, they would beef up their financials. So what the crooks would say was, "Hey guys, just say that you already make $100 million, and people would give you lots of money because they believe in your growing company. we're gonna get you there. However, just say right now you're making that much. So the financials could be fraudulent and nobody ever really know the truth. So this is again a China company that is the Tesla of China. I can't do too much TA, but this is the 1 hour chart. And we do seem to have, a downward trend, had resistance at $14 and has failed ever since. I don't like to do it on the wick, I like to do it on the body. Pre-market price 982. And when I'm not, I don't want to spread FUD, but this is my own personal belief after watching the China hustle, after knowing that this was an IPO, the Chinese IPO that just came out when the tariffs were already public, to money grab like this, and then their stock twits. I'm always on stock twigs, kind of snooping around, seeing, spreading my YouTube channel, but also trying to get a feel of the market. And you have this stock twits, and there's 12,000, almost 13,000 watchers, all pumping this coin. We all know it does major jumps. The little scaredy rabbits, da 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 da. There are a few people who actually are real that are saying that this is bearish, guys. Some people have already fell in love. I mean, we're not supposed to be emotional. Whew, just so much pump. What the? This guy has been, I think this guy is a real buy. This guy has been blogging since last night. Oh my gosh. So yeah, guys, I'm fearful. I'm fearful knowing what I know now. Be careful if you are holding this. Have your stop loss ready. Do not lose all your money, because I have seen it with my own eyes. They are savages. Absolutely savages. Let's go roll over to QTT. Not as pumpy as in the stock twits as NIO. When I say NIO pumpy, NIO is pumpy. So QTT, not too bad. Not people just going crazy. And I've seen some of these, people before. So yeah, so 3,000 watchers. That's okay. But that NIO, I mean, what? How can you have 13,000 watchers in a matter of minutes? So you do have a bullish pin on this candle. It is red, however. We saw the bulls buying the dip. The pre-market price is at 1660. We literally only have 5 hours to really go by. If you look at the day, you have a strong buy volume day, 17.2 million shares bought, or just moved around since its volume. We did see people sell the top like a boss, $20, sold it down to a smooth $15.97, a $16 close. Our pre-market price is above that close. This one, again, not as fearful as that NIO stock twits, because what's happening is there are robots on stock twits pumping up different coins to get more people, more fish. In that movie, the muddy waters make it easy to catch a fish. Sad story. And lastly, we got PRNB, one that I'm trying to hold or huddle. We did see strong buy volume and no strong sell-off. You're able to move price with little volume. I understand that. That's why it was able to go down so easily with low volume. However, I do want to see some continuation. $40 today, man. I'm almost out. I'm slick, just kind of wanting to take profits any moment on an option, on a stock. It doesn't matter. I'm now to the point where I'll leave that investing to after college, but right now I gotta swing. I gotta swing this profit. So yep, we are seeing some positive price action. Only 6 days to do analysis on that. Like, who does that? On the daily, on the 1 day of this entire market open, it opened up at 25. My order was at 2050 or 2075, I was so angry. Why did y'all say y'all was coming out at 17, but y'all knew y'all wanted to come out at 25? Finesse. Finesse, finesse, finesse. As soon as we get up to about that 35, I'm not going to lie, I'll probably put a stop loss in because we need to secure the bag. We do want to see more buy volume, or that same buy volume, because with this IPO, it's fresh. It's not as cheap, quote unquote, cheap per stock for each one. Because right now it's 33 compared to the NIO and compared to the QTT. People like cheap. They don't really know what's happening when they buy cheap stocks. So thank y'all for tuning in. I will give y'all a summary of what happened over the 3 IPOs and 3 indexes after the market closed. I will see y'all later.